weight, how does your body feel? Because people on social media, they're like, oh, look at Bud's shoulders, blah, blah, blah.
I feel good. That 7 pounds gonna help. You know, you don't gotta struggle and focus on losing weight. Still gonna have to lose weight, but that 7 pounds gonna benefit me in the long run.
Terence Crawford's training has shut a lot of mouths. Even his critics are starting to believe he'll beat Canelo Alvarez. He hasn't just bulked up. He's looking faster, sharper, and more dangerous than ever. The guy's evolving right in front of our eyes. And if you're wondering how serious he is, just look at what a day in the life of Bud Crawford really looks like.
Good, I feel strong. I'm already in shape. Now when we go back to Colorado, it's just turning it up another level and getting the things that we need to sharpen.
With a powerhouse team behind him, Brian McIntyre, Benny the Boxer, and other elite pros, Terence Crawford isn't leaving anything to chance. His training is no joke anymore. These guys are feeding him the best routines, top-tier nutrition, and pushing him like a machine. He's up before sunrise, hitting miles on the road while most fighters are still in bed. This isn't training. This is war prep. After his morning grind, Crawford refuels with breakfast. Then it's back to business. Intense sparring sessions, brutal weightlifting, and barely any rest. But here's where it gets wild. Footage of his private training got leaked, and fans are already going crazy. One fan dropped a bold prediction. Go Champ, first boxer in history to be undisputed in 3 weight classes. Come September, the whole world will call Terence Crawford one of the greatest of all time. That's not hype. That's a warning shot to Canelo. But not everyone's buying into the Crawford hype. One Canelo fan came swinging in the comments, brushing off Bud's grind entirely. Doesn't matter how much weight you put on. Canelo's gonna mess you up. He's not Madrimov, and this isn't your weight class. If you want to protect your legacy, drop the fight and save yourself the embarrassment. Bold words. But are they facts or just fear talking? Crawford fans aren't just confident, they're defiant. One even said they'd quit watching boxing if Canelo wins, claiming, no way he wins after that weak showing against William Skull. He's too slow, can't cut off the ring, and definitely won't knock Bud out. Another fired back at critics, reminding them how they called the Spence fight 50-50 until Crawford dominated, then blamed Spence's accident. Now you're saying Canelo only has a 30% chance? Don't make excuses when the GOAT wins again. He's even older than Canelo, so age won't save him either. Not everyone's buying into the Crawford hype. One hardcore hater didn't hold back. Weight classes exist for a reason, and if you refuse to respect that, you'll end up as knockout of the year. Crawford's been overhyped his whole career with no real names on his resume. It's time for Canelo to turn out his lights and expose him as the average fighter he really is. But while the hate grows louder, the undefeated champ is only turning up the heat. Crawford's pushing his limits, testing new training methods, and building serious muscle to erase the size gap and prove he's no underdog. He's the real threat. Crawford isn't just training hard, he's training smart, and that's what's setting him apart. While others rely on muscle alone, Bud is blending brutal physical work with a rock-solid mental edge. His camp has him locked into a no-nonsense routine, weight circuits, strength drills for speed and agility, and intense core workouts, like McIntyre slamming a medicine ball into his gut mid-crunch. Add in mountain runs and swimming, and it's clear, Crawford isn't just preparing for a fight, he's preparing to shock the world. He's gaining weight, building power, and making sure Canelo won't know what hit him. Terence Crawford is big on swimming for cardio. He hits the pool for 30 minutes to an hour every night. It's low impact, easy on the joints, and great for recovery and muscle regeneration. And since swimming doesn't come naturally to him, he pushes even harder, making it an even more intense workout than running. After that, it's back to the ring for boxing drills. Crawford trains relentlessly, sharpening both his offense and defense. One thing that truly separates him from most fighters? His ability to switch stances mid-fight like it's nothing, a skill that keeps opponents guessing and often gets overlooked by critics who still claim he's overhyped. At first, Crawford's coaches tried to get him to stick to just one stance, but they quickly realized he was too good in both to limit him. Now, switching stances is just part of who he is, and you can still see him drilling it like a machine. Early in his career, sparring helped him grow fast. He was so sharp that even legends like Timothy Bradley took notice. But now, the tables have turned. Crawford's at the top, and it's other fighters chasing him for sparring. Most of them can't even keep up. Despite being naturally right-handed, Crawford's just as deadly with his left. He's a nightmare for anyone stepping in that ring. When Crawford steps into sparring, it's his world-class left hand that often steals the show. Real boxing fans know punching power doesn't just come naturally. It takes brutal, relentless training. And Crawford doesn't skip the basics. He goes to war with a heavy bag, perfecting his technique and building insane shoulder endurance. Watching him, you see it all. Explosive combos, thunderous shots, and unpredictable rhythm. He doesn't just hit hard. He hits smart, switching it up between light taps and full-force bombs. This is why Crawford isn't just good. He's a problem no one wants to solve in the ring. Crawford's not just training, he's making a statement. That power, that speed, that left hand, it's all coming together for one goal: destroy Canelo. Subscribe now and don't miss what's coming.